Hello everyone, and welcome back to another geometry lecture video. And in this video, we're going to continue our discussion on the Cartesian coordinate system by talking about how we can start to take information and put it onto this Cartesian coordinate system. And so what I want to do is I want to talk about the concept of points. Right, the concept of points. So with a point, right, we have its two numbers, right? We have an x and we have a y. And you'll see x and y, and hopefully you will be reminded of the fact that on our Cartesian coordinate from last video, right, we labeled this axis here that goes horizontal, right? We labeled this as the x-axis. And we labeled the one that goes vertically, right? We labeled this one as the y-axis. So x and y correspond to the x-axis and the y-axis. So that means that when we make a point with an x and a y, the first number is always going to be how far along the x-axis we go. And the second number, the y value, is always going to be how far along the y-axis we go. So let's go through some examples that will hopefully make this clear. So let's start with the example of 2, 1. Right? So the way this works, the way we typically workflow through this, right, we'll look at the x number first and see a 2. So that means that we're going to go along the x-axis here, until we get to x equals 2. Right? Then we're going to read a y value of 1, which means we're going to go north, right, up positive y. So from x equals 2, we're going to go up to y equals 1. And then this right here, that's going to be our point 2, 1. Right, let's go through another example. How about the point -1, -3? Right, so now we're going to look at this and we're going to say, okay, well the x value is -1, so we're going to go along the x-axis, right, to where x is equal to -1. And then we see the y value is equal to -3. So now we're going to go along the y-axis down, right, because down in this case is negative. We're going to go -3. So -1, -2, and finally -3, and we're going to put our point right there. And that is the point -1, -3. So let's do one more just to make sure that we really understand how this works. We're going to do the point, how about 2, -2? 2, -2. So again, we've set with the x value and we realize that it's a 2, so we're going to go here to 2. And then we're going to go down to -1, -2 to right here. All right, so this right here, this is the point 2, -2. So hopefully that made sense, how we were able to go from an x and a y generically, how those translated into the x and y axes, and how we were able to then plot actual data using two numbers simultaneously. Hopefully that made sense. Again, if anything doesn't make sense, I encourage you to pause the video, go back, watch the parts you're confused about, and as always, please reach out. Thank you.